failures. I love to start with that to impress you. I've had 8 command tours. I'm a commanding officer. I'm an 06. I'm a captain. You know what? I'm just really good at failing. And I want to prove to you that failure is a process of success. I want to prove to you that there's something about this failing in our relationships, failing in our life, and failing in our organizations that makes us who we are. So that's where I want to go today. Then in section 2, we're going to talk about dealing with difficult people. We're going to talk about those bosses and the people that we hang out in our house and the people that show up in our house for some strange reason. Hey, where'd you 2 little ones come from? So we'll talk. We all work for bosses, don't we? Thus the humor of the title. My job would be easy if it weren't for other people. This thing called leadership. What is it? Where does it come from? Where do we learn leadership? I'll pause you for a brain right now. I'll check and ask you, where did you learn leadership? Where did you learn to be a mom? Where did you learn to be a friend? Where did you learn? From experience, right? From the school of hard knocks. Thank you. I want you to know, where did Ronald Woods learn leadership? So that way we have the right to talk about it. Ronald Woods learned leadership from my father. You don't know my dad. My father was a Navy SEAL. I'm the firstborn son of Steven Seagal. See the resemblance? Now my dad really is Richard Woods, but we'll go with Steven Seagal. My dad was what was called a UDT, Underwater Demolition Team, covert ops back in 1950, 51, 52. He was part of the Navy Frogmen when they were established in 1943 in World War II, and then officially established by President John F. Kennedy in 1962. So my father was a Frogman, UDT, in 51, 52, 53, when he was 18, 19, 20 years old. So here's the story. Can you imagine what it would be like to be the firstborn son of a Navy SEAL?
I think it would stink.
Yeah, your childhood would stink. Thanks a lot, Chief Ray. Now, do you think I had a laid-back childhood, an easy childhood? What do you think? You think we slept late on the weekends? What do you think? Yeah, my memories are my dad coming into my bedroom at 5:30 on Saturday morning, flipping on the lights. Up, we got work to do. And I'm like, I just got in bed 2 hours ago. He goes, don't tell me your personal problems. We got work to do. We lived in El Paso, Texas. We got to paint the eaves of the house because the sun bakes the paint off out in the desert. We got to pull the weeds out of the rocks because that's the only thing that grows in El Paso, Texas is weeds. Had to move to Alabama to find grass and trees. So I would tell my dad, Dad, I'm a little tired. Come back with some Starbucks and a Krispy Kreme in a couple hours. Do you think that's what I said? You got that right. What were the only 2 words that came out of my mouth to my father? Yes, sir. And it helped with the salute. Bing!